Hey everyone, hope you're okay. Welcome back here to Busy Bee Budgets, where we're on a journey to financial independence. Thanks for coming back if you're a regular viewer or subscriber, or if you're new, welcome along here. My cash savings is like a bit different just because I have a relatively high income, so that kind of shapes like my budget. So my budget is more generous in some areas than others, but hopefully like you'll learn something if you kind of watch along or just want to kind of see how the week's been. So let's get into it. So my week, my May was a 5-week month, and so we're going into week 5 because I get paid on the 8th of the month. So I start over like the 8th of June will be like the start of my week 1. So also this is a bit kind of behind. I know some other people are already cash stuffing June and it always feels like they're further ahead, but they're not, of course. It's just like how everyone does their budgets individually. And this month had a couple of big things happen. So we had our garden made over, which cost more than we thought it was going to, but of course obviously if you're in the UK you know that everything is just way more expensive than it usually is at the moment, including like materials and wood and stuff. And we had our decking done. And also I budgeted that I would have side hustle money coming in from like selling things, and I haven't got around to that. I was kind of ill, and then obviously we've had garden now, the Jubilee and stuff, so it just feels at the moment there's always an excuse why I haven't got around to that. So I really need to make that a priority for June, because I think I really want to clear some stuff out of the house, but also that will have like an effect on income. So my income was slightly down this month. It was 5375 in the end, not 5625, and and the garden cost more. So the garden I budgeted 65 and it came in closer to 1,000. So I didn't stuff any sinking funds this month, but I will absolutely do that as a priority for June. So in my June budget video, which will probably be the next video that I do, just like look out how I've kind of done that, because I do snowball sinking funds. That's kind of how I work that out. So anyway, that is enough of that. Let's get into week 5. So I have got £10 left from my food budget last week, so I'm just going to put that to one side and come back to it. I've got nothing left in fuel. I filled my car up for the first time in, I can't remember when, and it was £90 to fill up my tank when it used to be about 60. So it just shows you how much like costs are just going up. So nothing left in fuel. Self-care has got 10, 20, 30. I paid for a haircut this week, but I didn't have my massage because like it just didn't work out with timings and stuff. So that self-care's got 30. I'm going to leave that in for now, and I'm going to stuff it this week, but I think I'm going to reduce that for next month, and maybe start putting some more towards sinking funds. So that's self-care. Social's got nothing, and miscellaneous has got nothing, spends has got nothing, and giving has got 10, 20, 30 in. So I'll just check. These are my little envelopes that I have in my wallet, and there's nothing left in any of those either. It's been a pretty big week social wise. If you're in the UK, obviously it's Jubilee weekend, so we had loads of friends over yesterday, which was lovely, and we got a few things this weekend, so it's going to be another kind of busy social spend weekend. And I think that's something I'm going to have to factor into June, is I've got quite a few other things. June and July are just really busy, aren't they, with stuff. So I've got some stuff, so I need to adjust my budget just to make sure that I can continue to stick to the budget, rather than just kind of putting the same in every month and then hoping to try and make it work, which is kind of what I've done. Obviously summer's coming, like the world's opened up again, hasn't it? And there's like always stuff to do, so I think it's just trying to balance that. But I think in my head, as long as I've kind of contributed what I want to my sinking funds, then I can allow myself a bit of give in my variable kind of each month. So we'll see how that goes when I'm doing the June budget, and I'll kind of pull that together. So this week we are going to stuff 200. I'm just going to move this to one side while I count the cash. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 140 in 20s, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 60 plus 140 is 200. So that's a good start. I don't always get that right. And then, so we're going to start with food. I've had a couple of comments about this. So food, it might seem high, and it is high. But I cover everything I buy at the supermarket. So for me, that includes all my food, my husband's food, the dog's food, also all our toiletries and my makeup comes from supermarkets, and also all our cleaning products. So some people have those in different categories. Maybe makeup I could take out of self-care, but that's kind of how I do it at the moment. So anyway, we're getting 80, so 20, 40, 60, 80. I did a big shop for the Jubilee weekend, and it came to 150. So I need to take 35 out of this to pay myself back from, I had 115 in my wallet from last week. So I'll do that off camera, but basically I've already kind of spent part of this week's food allowance, but we have got a lot of food left over, and also we've got a few other social bits and pieces. So that should be fine. So I'll sort that out off camera, but basically I owe myself some money. Fuel, £10. I'm going to build this up and try and, well, I think I usually stuff 80 or 90 a month. So I think probably what I'll do for next month is increase that to 90, because that's what I now know is like a full tank of fuel for me. But we'll see kind of how we get on. I haven't got too many trips in the car planned next month, so I should be less on petrol than I've kind of used this month. So self-care is getting another 30. So there should be 60 there now, so 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And I think I'm going to revise self-care down, like I said, and maybe put some more money in treats, or maybe just keep it as it is for June and bank that money for treats. We'll kind of see. Social is getting 20. Miscellaneous is getting 10. Spends is getting 40. So between that and social, that should cover off the rest of the stuff I've got social wise this week. And giving is getting 10. And then I've got 10 left over. So what I'm going to do is pop that into food for now. And then obviously pay myself back that extra kind of money that I spoke about, if that makes sense. So as you kind of notice, I don't really do savings challenge, because what I tend to actually do, although I cash stuff, I tend to spend on my card just for convenience on my phone, and then pay myself back with cash. But what I do is round it up, so I kind of deal with round figures. So I haven't got anything really going to savings challenges at the moment, but what it does create is a buffer in my bank. So I'm kind of doing it that way at the moment, which seems to work best for me. Carrying cash doesn't always very practical, so that kind of works for me. So that is week 5. I think it's going to be tight this week just because we have got those social bits planned with the Jubilee and stuff. So we're going to a gig and we're seeing friends, and hopefully we're going to see Top Gun movie. So yeah, we'll just kind of keep an eye on that, I think, and see how it goes. And then this week I'm going to draw up my June budget. As I said, kind of probably move some of these categories around. It's going to be a full week month for me in June, so that makes things a little bit easier. But obviously prices are still going up. And again, another kind of busy social month, so we'll kind of see. But what I want to focus on is obviously making sure that I'm hitting my sinking funds goals for next month, so that will kind of be the main bit of the budget that I kind of do for that. So thanks for joining me. I hope you've had a lovely Jubilee weekend wherever you are. I hope you enjoyed some of the sunshine. It makes such a difference, doesn't it? Like, this country's so nice when it's sunny. I'm really miserable when it rains, so that's all good. So have a lovely weekend, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.